commits illicit sexual intercourse after that marriage, he becomes from those who spread evil on the earth, for he has infringed on the sanctity of honor after he had tasted marriage. So he has no excuse for his transgression, for he has what should suffice him of legally sound and beneficial marriage. Thus, if he commits illicit sexual intercourse, it is evidence for his viciousness, and that he desires evil and immorality. For such his blood is legitimate to be spilled. He will be killed in the manner specifically described, which is that he is stoned to death. This is reported by a large number of people in every generation, from the Quran, the Sunnah, and from the actions of the Muslims. It is one of the legal punishment prescribed by Allah. The Mighty and Sublime. It will not suffice that he is killed with the sword. Rather, he should be stoned and openly in the public to deter the rest of the people. This is from the merits of Islam and its preservation of honor and chastity. He, the Most High, said, and those who guard their chastity, thus it contains the preservation of lineage and bailing out the society from lethal sicknesses which result from illicit sexual relations. In recent times, the issue of these diseases has spread, and statistics have shown how the HIV/AIDS has affected societies wherein the shameful deeds of illicit sexual intercourse and homosexuality abound. Millions of people are now dying due to this horrible crime. Allah, the Mighty and Sublime, says, and come not near to the unlawful sexual intercourse. Verily, it is a great sin and an evil way. He said, and come not near to the unlawful sexual intercourse, and he has not said, do not commit unlawful sexual intercourse alone. What he said means abandon all what leads to illicit sexual intercourse, including casting glances. The woman's travelling without a male relative prohibited in marriage to her. The woman's show of beauty and ornament, their exposing their faces and free mixing from men with men. The woman's show of beauty and ornament, their exposing their faces and free mixing with men, these are means to illicit sexual intercourse, which have been prohibited by the lawgiver to prevent the occurrence of the evil of falling into the shameful deed. The third, the one who leaves his religion, that is the renegade. He said, whoever goes out of his religion, kill him, because he affirmed and testified that this religion is truth, entered into Islam, and then after understanding it and being satisfied with it, he renegates. This is evidence of his viciousness. The legal punishment for such a person is that he is killed to preserve the religion from being toyed with and to shut off the path of evildoers who want to turn the people away from the religion. This is because some of them would enter into Islam openly and then renegade, so that the people will say he did not renegade, except that he had seen that the religion lacks aptness. For this one who renegaded is amongst the thinkers and those who understand affairs, if he had seen any good in this religion, he would not have renegaded. This is how the hypocrites and those with weak imams will speak. So if he is killed, the people will honor the religion and stop taking the religion for a thing of play, And his saying, the one who abandons the Jummah, it is said that he is the one who rebels against the ruler and abandons the generality of the Muslims, intending the Khawarij, and the aggressors by that, and whosoever breaks loose from obedience and rebels against the generality of the Muslims. He is to be combated to ward off his evil. If he is fought and killed, then his killing is permitted juristically, because it is in preservation of the religion from being toyed with, and towards the preservation of the oneness of the Muslims. This is the explanation regarding the one who abandons the generality of the Muslims. Therefore, that points to the fact that the Muslim should stick to the generality of the Muslims and their leader, and not abandon them. If he abandons them, he should be killed to ensure safety and the togetherness of the Muslims, and to preserve the word from being toyed with, and the evil which they refer to as freedom of opinion. Islam has rightly guaranteed freedom of opinion by the Muslims, working on raising the truth and not being afraid, for the sake of Allah, of the reproach of the reproacher. As for freedom of opinion to aid evil and abandon the religion, abusing it and accursing the pious, this is rather an evil freedom and rebellion against the generality of the Muslims. Hadith 15. May Allah be pleased with him, said, Allah's Messenger said, whoever believes in Allah and the last day should say that which is good or remain silent. And whoever believes in Allah and the last day should honor his guest. Commentary. This hadith sheds light on some of the traits of Iman, for Iman has many traits and branches. Every good deed and every act of obedience and seeking nearness to Allah are from Iman, owing to the fact that Iman is utterance with the tongue, affirmation with the heart, and action with the limbs. It then follows that all actions, whether from those of the heart, such as fear, reverence, inclination towards a thing, and to be frightened, or from those of the limbs, such as the prayer, fasting, the pilgrimage, charity, and so on, are from the essence of Iman. They are included in it, and this hadith elucidates some of them. He's saying, whoever believes in Allah and the last day, the first thing is belief in Allah, the mighty and sublime, and the last day, which is the resurrection of the day of resurrection. Because whosoever believes in resurrection will necessarily preparing towards it. Merely believing in it without getting ready for it will not really benefit. The servant must prepare for resurrection as a matter of necessity. So he increases in good deeds and repents from sins before he dies and is resurrected.